Street Talk! Yeah!
Welcome to Street Talk. I am your host, Jason. Before we get to the props, I'd be remiss if I didn't take a moment to remember the tragic events that happened 13 years ago today on September 11th. It was a day we were attacked as a nation. It was a day we suffered great loss and great pain, all of it senselessly. But it was also a day we learned something about ourselves, and that is that you will never kill the American spirit. That spirit resides in all of us, and it will continue to live on. So as you go throughout today, I encourage you, take a moment, remember the victims, remember the families, remember the tragedies we suffered individually and as a nation as a whole. Always remember and never forget. Now on to the prop. USA taking on Lithuania in FIBA basketball. We're going to look at the second half prop. We're going to do it a little bit interesting way, something I normally don't do. First of all, when I look and I see this already has percentages on it, it blows my mind. This should say 0-0 until the first half is over. You can only pick this prop, in my opinion, after the first half has been completed. Let's take a look at the whole game total. USA is favored by 24 points. We need to look at the first half, lead or lack thereof, and see where, if we added 15 or 16, where that would end up for the second half prop. The second half prop being, does USA outscore them by 15 or less or 16 or more? Now, where does the value lie? A very similar prop happened the last game, in which USA only had a 7-point lead at halftime, and the whole game total was, I think it's pretty similar, it's around 24 points. There, 7 plus 15 is 22. You're getting a little bit of value in choosing the over. What you want to do is take a look after half has been completed and see where the value lies. If there is no value, then it's probably a skip, unless you're a monthly player, of course. So, my advice is this: never pick this prop early. See how the first half goes, compare it to the whole game line, and see if it's statistically significantly different than the whole game total. For instance, let me just give you an example. Let's say for some reason the US had a 30-point lead at halftime. Well, then you would never want to pick 16 or over there, because that would mean they had to win by 46 for you to win the prop. Remember, the whole game total was only 24. You're getting terrible value there. There's a scenario in which you'd want to take 15 or less, because you have much more leeway when you compare it to the whole game total. Because remember, Vegas is very good at picking whole game totals. They have a lot of research, a lot of history. So here's my advice. Wait, see how the prop goes in the first half before you make your decision. Never pick a second half prop like this early. It just doesn't make sense. Okay? So that's it. Take a look and see how the first half goes. If they have a huge lead, wolf it. Go 15 or less. If they have a small lead, sheep it. Go 16 or more. Hope you guys enjoy it. We'll see you next time on Street Talk.